In a world where AI can do almost anything, the one thing that it's still not better at than you is being you. AI is everywhere nowadays and quickly taking over the world. People are using it for everything from small, insignificant tasks to major, important jobs and everything in between. The rise of artificial intelligence in everyday life has been meteoric. Artists and creators are even testing the waters to see how useful it can be for them. Some creators think it's a bad thing and are resisting it as much as possible, while others love it and are gladly allowing it to consume their lives. It's still relatively new, and there's still a ton to learn, so nobody really knows the limit yet. The reality is, AI can be beneficial in a lot of ways, but as a creator, you shouldn't allow it to do everything for you because 1, the human element is what gives your work character. 2, doing things yourself keeps your brain sharp and creative. And 3, you have a greater sense of appreciation for your work when you know you put time and effort into it. AI can do things a lot quicker and more efficient than humans, but the human touch is what makes your work unique. Your personal experience and point of view can't be replicated by robots. It's something that you and only you can provide. As a creator, the goal isn't just mass production. The goal is to create something special, something different that stands out from everything else and captivates the imagination. Your personality shows through the creative decisions that you make. Creatives have an opportunity to express themselves in ways that few other people can, and you shouldn't take that for granted. When you overly use AI, it makes your work feel unrelatable. Human emotion is what connects us to one another and makes your work appealing. If you don't use your human faculties, you and your work will eventually suffer. Doing things yourself keeps you quick-witted and intuitive. If you don't use your mind, over time, it'll lose its elasticity and slowly but surely become more and more rigid. We've all heard the phrase, if you don't use it, you lose it. Well, it's true, and it applies to your creative abilities as well. The more you rely on artificial intelligence, the more your natural creative instincts decrease. Your mind is a gift. You shouldn't just let it go to waste. You should let AI handle menial tasks that don't require much brain power or imagination. But when it comes to important creative decisions, as a creator, you should jump at every opportunity to hone your creative skills. It should bring a smile to your face whenever you have a chance to showcase your creativity. How could anyone call themselves a creative if they allow a robot to do all the thinking and creating for them? There's no sense of accomplishment when you let AI do all the heavy lifting. There's a certain level of pride you have in your work when you know you put blood, sweat, and tears into it. When you don't put time and thought into your work, there's no real emotional attachment to it. When you spend time racking your brain and using your imagination to create something, you treat it like your baby and desperately want to see it thrive. On the other hand, there's typically an indifference associated with AI-generated material, and you have no real connection to it because you didn't pour your soul into it. We have enough soulless, thoughtless work being shoved in our faces these days. We don't need any more. Everywhere you turn, there's cheap, generic content being paraded as if it were something special, but we all know it's not. We have to get back to respecting and appreciating the process and the craftsmanship that the human mind offers. If we don't think our own thoughts and ideas are valuable, no one else will. Being a creative is a privilege, and we shouldn't ever take the ability to create for granted. Creators have to find ways to implement technological advancements into their work without completely giving up the reins. Use it, but don't let it use you. You should always make sure your fingerprint is on your work. The human soul is the secret sauce, the key ingredient that makes your work unique. As time passes, that will become more and more obvious. The truth is, if you aren't putting your creativity to use, then it's dying. That idea alone should be enough to encourage you to continuously exercise that creative muscle and not let it atrophy. If you call yourself a creative, you should handle your work with care and not just do the bare minimum. Be intentional about your input and invested in the outcome. If AI is going to take over, don't let it be without a fight. Make it be over your dead body.